Welcome back to Focus Today on TVRI World with me, Siska Becker. On this next segment, we have a few special guests joining us in the studio to talk more about the cooperations between Asia and Latin America, which is both predominantly composed of developing countries, possess vibrant economies, and complemented each other in various ways. As global trends emphasize regional cooperation, there is a growing need for enhanced collaboration between these two dynamic regions. Latin American journalists are currently visiting Indonesia as part of the Fealac Journalist Visit Program, or JVP 2023 program. Now, I have the pleasure of having three special guests joining me in the studio. We have Eduardo Olivares of Chile's El Mercurio, Mario Lara of Panama America, and Luciana Toda of Brazil's Jornal da Record. Hello, good afternoon. Hopefully I didn't butcher your names too much just now.
Just great. Thank you very much for having us.
Yes, of course. It's completely my pleasure. Thank you so much for dropping by into our studio to talk more about your visit to Jakarta, Indonesia. Now, is this your visit ever to Jakarta by any chance?
Yeah, this is my first visit in Jakarta and in Asia.
In Southeast Asia as well. So that must be really exciting for all of you. Now, maybe before we talk further about your visit, what you've learned so far, your general assessment of Indonesia and the region, could you tell us a little bit more actually about the purpose of your visit? Maybe Eduardo, you can start first.
Oh, sure. We were invited first to Singapore. That was an invitation that actually runs every year. It's the program that you just mentioned, the Journalist Visit Program from Fealac. But we also got an invitation by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Communications of Indonesia. Okay. They were very kind, in supporting this travel. And we've been here since Saturday, getting to know more about how the Indonesian culture is, how you guys work in different media organizations. And also, we have been visiting some monuments and museums.
Okay, that must be exciting. So you were in Singapore before you visited Jakarta?
For a week, yes.
Okay, so no more jet lags. So
no more jet lags.
All good.
Yes.
Accustomed perfectly with the time and the weather of the country. Okay, Ms. Lucia, maybe you can tell us more about your agenda so far in Jakarta, Indonesia. What have you been doing? I mean, Eduardo has mentioned visits to museums and other sites.
Old town, and visit Sarina Mall too.
The oldest department store in Jakarta, and also the oldest skyscraper in town. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Yes, and the first escalator, I think it was there as well.
Yes.
Okay. Did you do any shopping? Is that where you get your handsome shirts that you wear right now?
Yes.
That was, yes.
But then is a gift.
This is a gift by the Ministry of Communication. So we like it a lot. We are wearing it very proudly.
Very fashion one.
Yes.
Yeah, look very, very handsome and very vibrant as well with the colors. It looks really good on you. Now, Mario, what has been your first impression of Jakarta, Indonesia so far in your brief visit?
Okay, I think we have a lot of meetings with media, right? But in between, we have a lot of good food here. At least good food. Yeah. Enjoying the warmth of the Indonesians people. So there's not only the meetings. I mean, it's just beautiful country, but beautiful people, and so tasteful food.
Okay, so you've mentioned the food twice now already in this brief time I asked you. Please tell me, which food did you try was your favorite?
First of all, I think the rice is common between Panama and Indonesia. So it's like feel in home. So and then we try a very spicy fish that I love it. So as well, chicken, Korean, all these padang food.
Yes, of course. You can handle the spiciness.
I think so. So level of the spicy because you have another level of highness.
Well, we survived so far. Yeah, it's been great. I think. I was thinking, on opening a restaurant of Indonesian cuisine back at home, because you guys have a great cuisine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that should be kind of known more abroad. in the Western Hemisphere, you know, the Chinese food is well known.
Yeah.
The Japanese food, Thai, but Indian, but Indonesian, I think is as good as the rest.
Yeah, yeah, but not as known.
Not as
the
known.
other
Yeah, this is the
cuisines.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting because as journalists, instinctively you are very observant and you always want to know more about the culture of the country that you're visiting. Now, other than the quality of food, what has been the other eye-opening revelation that you've experienced about Indonesia?
I think it's the population here, all people is very welcome and friendly,
Always
kindness.
smiling.
Yes,
Okay.
always smiling. And that's the reception that it's more than I expected. And I think it's warm, full like Latin America people.
Yeah.
There is a similarity then between the people of our two regions.
Well, I used to think, I don't know you guys, but I used to think that Latin America, we were the best at welcoming
Yeah.
foreigners. But I
Okay.
think you
But-
already broke that record. Really.
Yeah, we give you some competition. Yeah, in
No,
that
ma'am,
field.
you win it. I mean,
yeah.
definitely, yeah, because, you know, they are very, very good at welcoming foreigners, so, and I appreciate that. We all kind of
I don't know if
experience
the
that.
weather is a factor, but
okay.
maybe it's something like that.
All right. Well, it's good to know that you're enjoying your time so far. But again, as journalists, you also have some observing and, you know, collecting insights and information. Like Eduardo, for instance, back home, you are an anchor for a economic update show, right?
Yes, yes.
Did you use the opportunity to maybe get insights from local journalists about, you know, local economic issues in the region?
Actually, I was a bit of surprised
Okay.
when I read today a piece saying that Indonesia is only growing by 5% this year.
Okay.
And I thought, you know, we could give everything to grow at that rate. You know, it's a very, very high rate
Yeah.
of growing. I know you were growing faster than that, like
Okay.
8%, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a very kind of, you know, respectable growth rate. And also you have a very low inflation. It's 2.3% of inflation here, year
Okay.
to year. And at home, we're having 4%. In Argentina, they have 140% of inflation year to year. So I think you are doing some stuff very good.
Okay, that's encouraging to hear. How about you, Miss Lucia? What was the one thing that you wanted to learn more about Indonesia and Southeast Asia as a region when you first came here?
Oh, I really want to know more about the not only Indonesia but the other countries surround here.
Okay.
And but that I will come back to Brazil and maybe I will write about the Serena Mall and the local communities that produce a very good products. And it's beautiful ones, and how a really complete mall incentivates the economy, yeah, to these local communities.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, Mario, being from a country that is located literally on the other side of the world, in your line of work back in Panama, have you ever reported on anything about Indonesia to the people of Panama?
Yeah, of course. The lifestyle.
Okay.
I mean, all the laws about the community. I am interested in this kind of subjects. But another else, I have very interest in the political system
okay.
and the elections that come very soon here.
Yes.
So today we have a very interesting talk with journalists from the Jakarta Post, and they are share a lot of information of the future elections in Indonesia.
Okay, very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, last question to all of you. Now, from your perspective, from your previous experiences as journalists, what do you think should be the area where we can increase cooperation and collaboration between our two dynamic regions to increase cultural understanding between Asia and Latin America? Eduardo.
Well, as you said in the presentation, we are both developing regions and
Yeah.
developing countries. So I think that we can encourage, you know, exporters to get to know each other. These sort of programs that may make new friends along, you know, the Pacific and the Indian oceans, and maybe, you know, sharing more stories, more movies, and the cuisine as well.
Yes.
You know, the food.
All right,
Yeah.
Ms. Luciana?
I think that tourism is going to be a good path to grow and interact these two regions.
Okay, so more direct flights maybe that would help also.
Yeah, certainly.
I don't think there's a way to have a direct flight, but
maybe shorter flights at least, or more flights.
Yes, of course.
Between our two regions. Mario?
Yeah, I think we have more lot in common that we think between Southeast Asia and Latin America. So.
Okay, so we should find more similarities so we can have better relationships between two countries, two regions. All right. Thank you so much, Eduardo, Miss Luciana, and Mario. Gracias, obrigado. Thank you so much.
Good, you're good. Thank you very much.
Thank you for dropping by, and please enjoy the rest of your visit right here in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.
Sama-sama.